Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Mike. Ready? Yellow lady.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56. You're not ready. You're not ready. Mike 12. Mike 47. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Here we go. Watch the screen. Tonight.
Throwing again on second down. Breeze. Caught on the left side by Gill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Here we go. Here we go.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
His 13th NFL season now, Ted Ginn, still a reliable target for Drew Brees. 787 yards in 2017, just 5 games last year due to injuries, but he still has the wheels.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up first and 10 at the 16. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. That'll bring up second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ready? 95-56. 1-8. Both seconds to Mike. Hey, orbit.
Breeze to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Lutz's kick is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the short catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Play action. Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of him. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
And the Saints, first down.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now, Breeze again. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down, Saints.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. Rolling to his right. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, 54 yards. I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Kill. Hey, Kaden. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go! Mike 54. Come on, D. Deuce. Shit.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Check 31.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Watch the screen.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Caught here by Conley. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 13-yard line.
Hey, here we go. I got you. Right there. 54 Mike. What we got?
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down.
It's a bit of a dangerous part of the field for them to break into their bag of tricks, but for a minute there, I thought it was going to set up perfectly for them. Instead, they don't get into the end zone, but they do pick up positive yardage.
Tonight, 380. Yes. 54 is Mike. Hey, Foxtrot. 54. I'm counting on to you. I'm counting on him.
Now Foles. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Well, later tonight, we have more football, Sunday night football, a good one out west. Steelers and Chargers might see equal amounts of black and gold mixed with a pout. Touchdown, New Orleans! Alvin Kamara, 78 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. What's good on the extra point? And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's Foles. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready? Yellow lady. Check out. You kill.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in a big lumber to pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. That good for 19 and a 1st down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen,
and he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints have moved out in front. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
it certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Great. Watch the run.
From the 27, Foles. And an alley to run. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Result of the play, first down and goal.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal.
Check.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now second and goal at the 3.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. They'll run it with Kamara. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Lutz is good. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Then a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 380. 54. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike, 54. Easy. Bravo. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch it.
Foles. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
61, match box, lights.
One. Get one. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Go. Jim.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
We got to step it up. Back.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
380. Great. 54. Under.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
180. 54. All day, baby. Kill.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. A Philly in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
Let's get off the field.
They'll look to throw here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football, we're not seeing it right now.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A 10th carry for Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the 36, Breeze. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That one goes for 8 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Waiting. Mike 5-4. I'm coming. Coming. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. It's Oliver. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
At the 17-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood!
Mike 5-4. Yo.
Here we go!
They're going to look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Check safety.
Someone.
Double up.
Yes.
He's coming.
A carry here for Hunt. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
What we got?
Hey, you don't want to see me.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Jordan. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Breeze now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Toss play. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Saints add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Come on, D. Mike's 54.
Silence.
54.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears. But, oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Curl. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike's 54. Mike's 50 to go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. In trouble here. Down he goes, back at the 8-yard line.
Sack City. Sack City, baby.
And a failure on fourth down on the other side leads immediately to a first and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Come off the ball, hard. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". You just work.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to look deep down and got his man complete. Past the 20. A big third down play there for the Jags. 56 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 12-yard line.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. A give right side now to Hunt. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Kareem Hunt, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Now, he's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other two-thirds, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Hunt going to run for it. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Telvin Smith, he was third in the AFC in tackling a year ago, there to bring him down. They run it again with Kamara. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 32 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL-caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort.
Zebra.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Hey, Charlie.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Wild Bill. Mike 52. Here it comes. Hey, Mike 52. Here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New Orleans, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.